All right, here we go. Another one. The universe speaks. If we don't listen, then it shouts. Hey everyone, welcome back. This episode is a little different. I'm not here to talk about theory or abstract ideas today. I'm here to tell you a story that I learned from. A story about a house, a family feud, and how I learned a valuable life lesson. That the universe is constantly whispering to us, and if we don't listen, it will eventually use a megaphone. This is about learning to pay attention. So picture this, a house, but not just any house. This house belongs to, let's say, family member number one. And for over 30 years, this house wasn't a home. It was a storage unit for some, a garage for junk cars for the others. It was falling apart. We're talking vines thicker than your wrist breaking through the windows. The walls were crumbling, pipes leaking so that when you flushed the toilet upstairs, it rained in the kitchen downstairs. And actual rain would pour in from all sides. It was a symbol of neglect and honestly, a bit of a family secret. So backstory, family member number one never really wanted this house. She was convinced to build it as an investment after being widowed with 5 young kids. Somehow, her savings, a large amount, vanished during this construction. A loss that the whole family knows about, but no one talks about. For 3 decades, it just sat there, decaying. Then I came along. I saw potential. So family member number one and I made a deal. I would invest my own money, my own sweat, my own time to make it livable. In exchange, I would live there rent-free until the value of the repairs was covered. So I took out a loan. I went to work. New roof, new windows, new pipes, new water heater, repairing the walls, painting. I brought this corpse back to life. I made it dry, I made it safe, I made it a home. But then, I found the skeletons in the closet. The water bill hadn't been paid since 2001. There was a 20-year backlog. The property taxes were 4 years behind. I brought this to family member number one, and it opened up a Pandora box of family resentment. The siblings who had used the house for free all those years refused to help at the time. So I did what I could. I paid the property taxes, I paid for the water I used, plus 2 years ahead, thinking I was squaring my rent. Then I lost my job, but I wasn't panicking. I had a roof over my head, I had the rent paid for 2 or 3 years to go, or so I thought. And enter family member number two. This is the Puritan. So high on God, she blinds the very sun with her piety. She convinced family member number one that I was a liability, that the government would fine them because of me. She spun a web of lies, that I wasn't paying rent, conveniently leaving out the bank loan I'd sunk into the place, that I had promised to pay 20 years of the water bill. That was a flat out lie. The narrative was set. I got a call from the daughter of family member number one, the homeowner. Her advice, she gave me 11 days to get out. Her solution, I kid you not, her exact words were, say a prayer and get out. Now let's pause here. At this moment, I had choices. I really had some justified choices. I had the receipts, literally. I had every right to spiral into a poor me attitude. I could have marinated in anger, played the victim, waged a war that I could probably win. Evidence was on my side. But something in me rejected that. I was furious, yes, I felt betrayed, absolutely. But I never succumbed to being a victim. That's the easy way out. I'm proud to say I'm above that. My practice today is to accept responsibility and look inward, not to flinch from the outside blows by blaming others. But instead, I was so stunned by the sheer illogical nonsense of it all. I panicked a little bit, not gonna lie, so I got my dogs and I went for a walk. I needed some air. And on that walk, something shifted. The anger began to melt away. It was replaced by a bizarre, dawning clarity, a calm bordering on madness. It hit me. The situation was so absurd, so utterly divorced from logic and basic human decency that I couldn't just be about family drama. The degree of nonsense was too high for this. This wasn't just my family being difficult, this was the universe shaking me by the shoulders. It was a sign, and it was using people close to me to deliver that message. What sealed the deal for me was family member number 3. This is a relative I love deeply. We were always close. Her kids are more like siblings than cousins to me. And she flipped on me too. That was the moment. That was the universe not just whispering, not just talking, but literally screaming. Pay attention. You're in the wrong place. You need to move now. The message wasn't subtle anymore. It was a spiritual eviction notice. So I woke up. I accepted it. I called my mother and family, told them stop worrying, we're good, just watch. I decided to stop fighting the current and instead went with the flow. And ever since that decision was made, the most incredible thing happened. The synchronicities started pouring in. Friends I hadn't spoken to in years suddenly popped up, heard what happened, and immediately offered help. Job offers came out of the blue. Family members unexpectedly doing good started sharing with me. Words of encouragement appeared from the most unlikely places. Silence fell where I expected I would get a caring word, a word to the wise. Nothing. Teaching me another lesson about where to invest my energy. The universe wasn't punishing me. It was rerouting me. It had to break the dam to get the water flowing again. And the wildest part, days after being evicted, the 2 main players kicking me out asked me for help. And I helped them. Not because I'm a saint, but because I saw them for what they were. Tools, actors in my story, playing a crucial part in delivering a message I was too stubborn to hear on my own. So forgive fully, but don't forget. When I say don't forget, I don't mean hold a grudge. Don't mean to wait for an opportunity to get your revenge. But don't forget that the fire burns. Don't forget the lesson. And most importantly, accept responsibility. If I had been paying attention to the whispers, the cursed family history of that house, the financial drain, the lost job, I even went through a bad breakup while I was in that house. I might have seen I was trying to build a foundation on a haunted pet cemetery. The universe wouldn't have had to get so drastic with me. Everything happens for a reason. The chaos, the pain, the betrayal, it's often just the universe trying to get us to our next right place. So in closing, pay attention. Otherwise, the universe will have no choice but to shout. And here are some applicable teachings that I fell back on. Christianity calls it divine providence, the belief that God works, all things are for good, even through painful events. My family became unwitting instruments of that higher plan. Taoism teaches Wu Wei, effortless action, by flowing with the universe's current. My fight to be right was me paddling upstream. My surrender on that walk with my dogs was finally going with the flow. Sufism says the heart is a mirror clouded by ego. Difficulty is the polish that scrubs it clean. That drama polished my mirror, clearing my attachment to that house and my old plans. Toltec wisdom tells us don't take anything personally. Their actions weren't about me. They were projections of their own inner world. They were just actors in my story, delivering my message. Indigenous traditions see such trials as initiations, necessary spiritual crises that break you open to choose a new path for you. This was my initiation.